Hello friends, welcome to Codersart. This is the fourth video of deep learning series. In the previous video of deep learning series, we have explained about the deep learning and their technology and what is the difference between PyTorch, Keras and TensorFlow. Now in this video, I am going to explain about the loss function in deep learning. So let's start. What is loss function? Loss function is the method of evaluating how well your algorithm model on your dataset. It is a mechanism. It tells you how well the algorithm you have applied on the dataset is working. This is the way to check the performance of your model. Loss function is the function that determines the distance between the current output of the algorithm and expected output. If the output of the loss function is higher, it means your algorithm is performing poorly. And if the loss function of output is small, then it means your algorithm is performing good. It can be categorized into two groups. One is classification and which have a discrete value like 0, 1, 2, and the other one is regression which have continuous value. It is also known as the cost function or error function. Why loss function is important? In machine learning, loss function is very important because it tells us what the value of the parameter should be. It depends on the loss function. Loss function is very important for any machine learning model or deep learning model. Now we will see how to use loss function in deep learning model. So what happened in deep learning? Let us consider we have a housing data. In the data set, here it is the number of bedrooms, area of plot and price of the house. This is the housing data set. Here we feed the first row data in the neural network. We pass the 3 and 2000. Here weight value are start with the random value. Now here it is doing the forward propagation and this neural network trying to predict the price of the house based on the input. Suppose the output of this model is 20,50,000. Now we need to choose the loss function. Suppose here we choose the loss function mean squared error. Mean squared error, calculate the mean squared error. It will tell us how well the algorithm on the data set. Now depending on this number or mean squared error, I will go back, adjust the value of weight and bias value. We can adjust the weight value by applying the gradient descent method. After that we will get the new value of weight. After getting the new value of weight, neural network take a second row of housing data and feed the data as the same as the first row by using a forward propagation. And again it will predict the data and we apply loss function and set the new value of weight and bias value using a gradient descent method. Repeat these steps with all rows in multiple epochs. Eventually, the idea is to minimize the value coming out from this loss function. As soon as we get the minimum value of loss function, these are right weights and right bias value for this model. As we have seen, the loss function is working in the same way in deep learning as it does in the machine learning. Now we will see the type of loss function in deep learning. If we talk about the regression, here mean squared error, mean absolute error and Hubbard loss. There are many other loss function, but these are the important. Next is classification. In the classification, here we have the binary cross entropy, then categorical cross entropy, and then hinge loss function. If we talk about the autoencoders, this is the mostly used neural network architecture. In that, KL divergence loss function. If we talk about the GAN, in that have discriminator loss function or mean max loss function and GAN loss function. If we talk about the object detection, it is very important task in the deep learning. Here we used focal loss function. And if we talk about the embedding, here are user triplet loss function. So here you can see, depending on the problem you have solved in deep learning, you can choose different losses for loss function for different problems. So that last we can say loss function are very important and we can choose it depending on the problem. So guys, in this video we have seen what is loss function, their types and where it is used. So that's it for today. Thank you.